This video is previously recorded and re-uploaded for my new subscribers.
Yo, what's going on to you? Yo, what's going on YouTube? K-Pace Guy here. Welcome back to the channel. My last video I did, if you didn't see that video, it was the downgrading from 7.2 to 5.2. That video actually blew up. I had no idea I would get this many views and this many comments. A lot of you guys were asking me, how does it sound downgrading from 7.2 to 5.2? Does it sound better? Does it sound worse? So in this video, we're going to discuss that. I'm going to tell you if it sounds better or sounds worse. I'm going to tell you why, and maybe it can help you guys out in figuring out what configuration will be best for your room. But let's do some housekeeping real quickly, guys. This month of January, all my subscribers, I've been getting a buttload of subscribers this month and last month, but still 85% of the people who watch my videos aren't even subscribers. So I challenge you guys to hit that subscribe button absolutely free of charge. Just hit that button and you subscribe to the channel. You won't miss a thing. I give giveaways away. I do different reviews, different demos, just some fun stuff on the channel. So if you guys are here right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. If you are, I thank you so much. It's been a fun journey and we're going to keep that going. So without further ado, let's get back to the video. Alright guys, so if I pan around the room right here, you can kind of see my new setup. Got the bookshelves back here on the side of the couch. Haven't moved them yet. I had to move them more towards the side of the couch. But as you can see here, as I pan around the room, I've downgraded from a 7.2.4 to now a 5.2.4. And the reason why I chose to do that is because if you guys have watched my videos in the past, I've always had my giant bookshelf speakers on the back as my side or my back surround, and then I had my bookshelf speakers on the side of the couch. So I ran a 7.2.4, and the issue that I had with it is that when the speakers were that close to the couch, it kind of took away a lot of the realism of the home theater experience. And I decided to go ahead and downgrade. It's actually been one of the better decisions that I've made in my home theater, and it's made a lot of difference. Over the weekend, I had a lot of opportunity to go ahead and run through different movies and calibrate and kind of tailor it to my liking. And I've gotten a really good result, really good response from all of that. And so what the biggest difference from downgrading from 7.2.4 to 5.2.4 is that not only does it look better because my room's too small for the speakers, but it sounded better because it was way too easy for me to tell where things were coming from in my system. So when I say that, I mean it was super easy to tell that my surround backs were performing or my side surrounds were performing because they were so close to me. But now that I have this configuration here with a much better setup, I'm able to hear better separation of the stereo imaging. I'm better able to hear sound effects. I'm better able to hear the Atmos speakers because having my speakers right behind my head made it really hard for me to hear those Atmos speakers up top. It all sounded like it was coming from one spot, not separately. So I really like the decision to go ahead and downgrade to 5.2.4 instead of 7.2.4. But the big question of this video is 7.1 or 7.2 or 7.2.4 or whatever you're using, is 7 bass channels better than just the 5? And honestly, it's going to be subjective. It's going to be up to you guys if it's better or worse. It really is going to have to depend on what room you're in, what kind of speakers you have, how big they are, how far away are you from those speakers. And with my room, as you guys can see, it's much longer, or I guess I could say it's much wider than it is deep. So from TV to couch is about, I don't know, maybe 13 feet or so. But from one side of the room to the other, way across over there, is maybe 20 or so. So it's a really large rectangle. It's a really large rectangle. So it's actually much easier for me just to have it on a 5.1 setting than anything else. But for your room, it may sound better as a 7 point, maybe even a 9, get some wide channels, things like that. So honestly, when I get a bigger room, I'm going to be going back to 7 channels. You just need that extra channels. What the side surrounds and the back surrounds do is bridge that gap between each other. So if you have your front left speaker, right, and then you have your next channel here being your surround back, there is a giant gap between your front speaker and your back speaker. So the issue that you have with that is that you're missing a lot of sound transitioning. So let's say a plane flew from this speaker and then flew all the way around to your surround back speaker. You're missing this whole gap right here of sound that you could have. That's why you run a 7.1 or 7.2 or whatever you have, so that you can bridge that gap between that speaker and your surround back speaker. Now you have a speaker usually here, and then you can have sound kind of go all the way through to where the plane or the helicopter or the bowling ball ended, things like that. So that's why you have that extra speaker there. So honestly, the more speakers, the better. But of course, in a lot of rooms and a lot of homes, it's not ideal to have all these speakers placed, especially if you have a wife who isn't too fond of all this. It's really hard to get speakers there, especially when they get as big as the ones that I have. Now, if you haven't seen my last video, I am upgrading my Atmos speakers. So as you can see there in the ceiling, I have some Harman Kardon from an old home theater in a box that a guy used to have. They're hanging from some ceiling hooks right now, and they're acting as my Dolby Atmos speakers. But I had just purchased some prime elevation speakers. I only ordered one pair right now, and they're going to replace the front, left, and right because they're farther away from the couch, obviously. So I'm going to go and replace those with the prime elevations tomorrow. They come in tomorrow, so you know I'm going to make a video. Stay tuned for that video. I'm going to make one of the elevations, just kind of unboxing it, overview. We all know what they are. They've been around for a long time now, but I'm definitely going to give you my take on them, of course. I'm going to replace those speakers there and then run some Atmos movies, things like that, and tell you what I think. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to give you guys a little explanation, my kind of take on going down from 7.2.4 to a 5.2.4. It's been a really good experience, but remember, your room plays a big role in how your sound is going to sound. If I put all my speakers in your house, it could sound phenomenal, way better than it does in here, because rooms really play a big role in how your sound is going to perform. So I just want to let you guys know that going down from 7.2 to 5.2 wasn't a bad thing at all. It actually sounded much better. So maybe that gives you ideas on your sound. Maybe you should upgrade from 5 to 7. Maybe you should go from 7 to 9. You never know. So leave me down below in a comment if this video helped you guys out at all. What kind of configuration are you using? Are you thinking of going Atmos? Do you even like Atmos at all? Let me know in the comments below. And remember guys, 85% of you for the month of January were not subscribers. 85% of you guys are watching videos and not subscribing. Remember, it's free. Just hit that big red button and you'll get all the notifications you'll possibly need to make sure you're not missing any of my videos. Stay tuned probably tomorrow for my elevation video where I unbox the elevations and put them up on the wall or ceiling. Haven't figured it out yet. It's going to be a fun project. So guys, stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, peace out.